Dumb cops set him up for the perfect lawsuit. Let's see what they talk about.
On or around March 22nd, 2024, the owner of the Kansas City Accountability YouTube channel, who we will refer to as Mr. Moses, was filming outside the Central Bank of Kansas City in Kansas City, Missouri.
I wish I could get set up for a damn lawsuit by the city.
Right.
That was. Let's see what they did.
After approximately 8 minutes, one of the bank employees exited the building to ask Mr. Moses about his conduct.
It's always somebody. He must have had a bad day or something. It's always these audit. I wish. Make me want to learn the laws and do some auditing stuff.
Right.
Just walk around, record it. Maybe if I get this YouTube going good, maybe I might try it. Just. I mean, it's kind of like being an asshole, but then again, it's kind of like, but it's legal. Like you can record anything. What does it matter where I'm at? What I'm like? Let's just see how this goes.
I'm sorry. Recording. Recording.
Like, what do you is it like a project or?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. I'm just gathering content for a story.
I'm just curious, like, what's the story about?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
Because
he must be new. He gotta be new. Or somebody in the bank. He bored. And he's black. What's this? What's this snacker out here doing?
did it compromise my story?
Oh.
It ain't published yet.
Oh.
Once it get published, I can definitely tell you about the story and send you the link.
It's funny when they do that because the story is you gonna be my story. I can't tell you, but once it get published, you gonna know. You gonna know.
Right.
You gonna be the star in it.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I'm not doing anything. I have no ill intent. Yeah, it's all good. Huh?
Damn, Auntie Karen. Oh, Lord. Damn.
Have no ill intent. Yeah, it's all good. Huh? I was recording. You're not supposed to what? I can barely hear you. I'm so sorry. And who told you that?
What? He can't record the bank, but the bank can record him. He's outside on public.
People get on there with that shit.
People can't
Mind your
do
business.
your job. Go back.
What's your name?
Oh yeah, they in Kansas. He black. It's just.
Okay.
Following this brief exchange, Mr. Moses remained outside the bank and filmed for approximately 20 minutes before declaring that the bank had passed his audit and leaving the side.
Oh, and he's on the sidewalk in front of the. Oh, yeah.
As Mr. Moses approached his vehicle, he was stopped by Officer Bremer.
Looked like Dickhead and Dickhead Jr. Oh, man.
And Officer Cordova of the Kansas City Police Department. The incident that followed was captured on both officer body camera and Mr. Moses' cell phone.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Apparently you guys were Officer Bremer.
Bremer. And what's your name and badge number?
Long story short, it sounds like whatever you were doing at the bank, they don't want you to be over there.
I was on the public sidewalk recording.
Okay, well, they said whatever you were doing, they just don't want you over there.
I was on the public sidewalk. They can't tell me not to be on the.
I don't know, man. That's why I came over here to
You
talk
want
to
to
you.
go over there?
No, not really.
You can go over there.
And
I didn't. I told them they came outside. Let me calm down. They came outside. The guy, Aaron, he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm an independent journalist. I'm just gathering content on the story." I was walking all the way up down Truman, and I walked down there to record the train. And then the lady came out. She said, "Hey, you can't record the bank." I said, "Ma'am, I'm on public property." So
yeah, but you could see why that would kind of make them uncomfortable, right? I mean, it's a bank.
you can't even.
It don't matter. It don't fucking matter. Why do people not get that? It's 20, it's 2025. It's 20, like, I don't know with this, but when you leave up out the house, you're on the camera somewhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you on the camera somewhere.
Always.
He was at if the bank was at an intersection. It's a camera right. What does it matter who's behind the camera?
Honestly, what it matters if you're recording something that ain't got nothing to do with you.
See nothing.
I know, but they don't know that.
Yeah, you can.
And he's outside the bank. He can't. He's recording with his phone. He can't see in the bank. And what does it matter? Oh yeah.
You stand outside and you look at the bank. You
Yeah.
can't see anything. The windows is tinted. It's
Okay.
reflected.
Do you have an ID on you?
Do I need an ID?
Yes.
For what? What crime have I committed?
They identified you. You just identified yourself as being over there.
On the sidewalk.
I'm investigating.
Okay. What
whatever
crime?
this is.
What crime?
Possible trespassing?
I was on the sidewalk.
Identify you so we can.
That's fine.
What? How? Ooh,
You're not
to
allowed
see
to be.
they fucking see. Ooh, pricks. He sat there and told y'all the same sidewalk right there. He told you he told y'all exactly what he was doing. No matter what they say, they inside the bank. He's doing something else.
Anything to make a problem.
Anything. It's because he black. Oh, wait. That's crazy. It's crazy.
I was. How you gonna trespass me and I'm on the sidewalk?
Because they're saying you were on the property.
I got camera footage.
That's the crazy part. Because they say you were on the bank. The sidewalk is in front of... The sidewalk is public. It don't matter what... It's because they're white. He's black. Because they in a bank... It's because they feel like they higher up because he's outside. If they're not doing their damn job. Because if they were doing their job, they wouldn't be worried about what the hell he's doing.
Right.
He's working and they working. Ooh, wee.
Not like you in there trying to blow damn shit up and rob it.
And if they lying to you, and I show you that they're lying, are you gonna do something to them?
That's between you and them at that point.
That would be a court
Somebody over
deal.
there is lying. I'm on the public sidewalk.
He said if they show if they lied to you and I show you they lied, that's court. How's that court? But you going off what they say. That's he got proof right there. He's telling you what to do. Where's his supervisor?
Came all the way up Truman. I walked down there to get the footage of the train. On my way back, I just looked at the bank, and they came running outside.
Okay.
So, yeah, came back over here, walked there, about to go to work.
Okay, so I need your ID.
No, sir.
I do, though.
No, you do not. For what crime?
I just told you they put in a call on you.
I wasn't.
You just identified yourself.
And I wish I was still on that sidewalk when you pulled up. I wish I was on the sidewalk. I was right here, sir.
So I'm confused, man. So you're gonna refuse to give me your information for a lawful stop?
No, I'm not.
So you're gonna get arrested and hindered?
No, I'm not obligated to give you my ID.
You are. I just told you.
Because I haven't committed no crime.
I just told you.
No crime was committed, sir.
How are you? They know they gotta. It's just because they want a reason to. Oh my God. They they ego tripping and forget that they recorded, he recorded, just going off Karen and her nephew. Ken and Karen.
If your tags aren't coming back on file,
How?
okay, for the Kansas registration, do you have
Rico
registration
Suave.
paperwork for it?
Shut up.
You can hold your phone up and zoom.
No, it's okay. No, I'm trying to
Asking
get
you a legitimate question. Do you have the registration for the vehicle?
What does that have to do? That's secondary. Like, the car's parked in a parking spot.
When he was recording.
They talking. He was on public. He was on the sidewalk. So Rico Suave must know. All right, if we can't get him with that, because as soon as he got out, he walked behind the car. He asked dude the first officer. He told him whatever, and then he asked Rico Suave what his badge number and shit was. He acted like he ignored him and went over to the cop. Now it don't matter. The car's parked. Y'all didn't pull him over. So therefore, what does it matter if he could just be sitting in the car? He's not driving. What is it? Oh boy, just see this. But I don't know Kansas laws, but it's.
Hey, you guys. So this is when, and I had my selfie stick out when I was recording. I was on the public side.
Now you're redirecting against my question of.
I don't have to answer your question.
He gonna holler out. He redirect. You come over there for him recording a bank that ain't nothing wrong with, and then you try to get up because he got out the car. Oh my God.
I asked you if you have the registration information for your vehicle that you drove here on Missouri roadway. That is.
How do you know he drove it there? The car could have been sitting there for you don't know. Oh wait, man.
Unregistered as of right now. Now it doesn't
Go
go
ahead.
through our system. We ran it through out of Kansas.
Go ahead.
Now we need to verify to make sure. So that's why I'm asking you if you have the paperwork.
You didn't see me drive the car.
How else did you get here?
It don't matter.
How else did you?
It don't matter, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
It does.
Officer Cordova informs Mr. Moses that his vehicle is unregistered according to their records and demands that Mr. Moses provide his registration for the vehicle, despite never having witnessed Mr. Moses actually drive the vehicle. Under Missouri law, officers may require drivers to present certain documents only when those individuals are lawfully stopped for vehicle operation or traffic enforcement. The state's registration statutes, Section 301.020 and Section 301.130, require that a vehicle be registered before it is operated on a public roadway, and that evidence of that registration be carried in the vehicle. However, neither statute authorizes an officer to compel production of registration documents absent a lawful traffic stop. Missouri appellate courts have repeatedly treated requests for registration as permissible components of an otherwise lawful traffic stop, but not as an independent enforcement power. Now, while Section 302.181 mandates that a driver's license be exhibited, quote-unquote, upon demand while driving, and Section 303.024 requires proof of insurance when an officer lawfully stops a driver, the omission of similar language in the registration statutes indicates that no such duty exists outside a valid traffic stop. Furthermore, as mentioned in many previous episodes, the Fourth Amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures, and the Kansas City officers would have been required to meet the burden of reasonable suspicion before they could issue any lawful commands to Mr. Moses. We will discuss whether the officers had reasonable suspicion in more detail later in this episode, but it is important to note that there is a strong argument that Mr. Moses was under no legal obligation to present his registration card under these circumstances.
And if you see that
See, that's what I was trying to say. How you go put him in the car? That ain't got nothing to do with what you came over there for. But see, if he didn't know, if somebody don't know that, they can get you that, they can hem you up like that. That's crazy. That's why you gotta know the law, and you can't let these police bully you. Cause let that be somebody young and not know nothing, whether they was registered or not. Worst come to worst is not, you can get a ticket or go to jail for nothing. Oh, wait.
Came from they came from a dealership.
You're not wanting to give us your information.
No, listen, listen. If I committed a crime, I will give you my ID.
Doing good.
I know he ain't about to go in the store and try to get check the camera to see so he can see that he drunk. Boy, I know, boy, you're doing too much.
That's what reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. I was standing on that sidewalk, sir.
Hey man, there is a Ford Taurus out here. It's unregistered. The guy can't drive it because he can't. It's not registered.
Which one, sir?
It's over here.
Can you show me how to come?
Yeah.
Why would you try to infringe on my rights?
Okay, so let me get this straight. So
he get there trying to talk to the oh my God. One officer try to make him show his ID for no reason. The other one try to get him. They try to get him a wall. Y'all push it.
Would you try to infringe on my rights?
you're gonna stand outside of a bank in midday, and I heard you.
Okay.
So you're gonna stand outside of a bank.
Before he finished. So you're gonna stand outside in front of a bank and record in broad daylight, and what the fuck is the problem with that?
Right.
Bank in midday, videotaping the bank, and you don't think that's gonna make the employees extremely uncomfortable?
See, where they get uncomfortable.
You're in the inner city.
Listen,
Do you stay in Kansas?
their uncomfortability.
They wouldn't be uncomfortable if they was doing their job. If they were doing their job, how you gonna know what somebody outside on the sidewalk is doing? What business does that concern you? And you at work? Make it make sense.
Don't stop my right.
Of KCMO, okay, so that makes most businesses extremely uncomfortable.
And what's up with your buddy, man?
This car right here, it's not registered. I know. So I'm asking you, can I tow that car out of your lot? Yes? Okay.
Boy, you go get the boy.
Right.
So you go dirty. So you go talk. Due to the he ain't been in the stove, or if he has, that's. So you go to do work near the stove. This car is unregistered. Can I tow it off your lot? Oh, go ahead. But let this dude at the stuff, cause that's crazy.
We don't know when they bought the car. Just so we don't know.
Okay.
So now that you've identified yourself now as the one being standing out there and videotaping them and making them feel uncomfortable, to issue the verbal warning, which is what we're trying to do so we can send you about your way.
And it don't matter if you videotaping them or not. If they come outside, they're in the public. So is it a problem with him recording you outside on the sidewalk? Boy, I swear. So what you say the bank? What's the difference with him recording the stuff? Like, oh man, boy, I swear. He's doing the same thing that he was doing over. The only difference is he's explaining to you. That's crazy.
You're refusing to give your information.
No. What happened?
So I'm only going to ask you one more time, and then I'm just going to have to cuff you up, man. I don't want to do that. I would like to send you about your way. Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
Officer Bremer tells Mr. Moses that he will place him in handcuffs if
That's a threat. Oh yeah, Eddie got it okay. Oh boy. I hope you sued.
he does not surrender his identification to the officers so that they can issue a verbal trespass warning banning Mr. Moses from the bank's property. Under Missouri Revised Statute 569.140, criminal trespass in the first degree requires that an individual knowingly enter or remain unlawfully on a property after being forbidden to do so. And the statute's notice requirement makes clear that a trespass offense does not occur unless a prior warning has been given. A request from a property owner to issue a future future trespass warning does not constitute a violation of law and does not authorize officers to compel identification from citizens. As discussed in many previous episodes, the Supreme Court held that compelled identification is permissible only during a lawful investigative detention supported by reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed in the 2004 case of Heibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. In the 2011 case of Missouri versus Waldrop Jr., the Missouri Supreme Court cited the Heibel case to reaffirm that reasonable suspicion is necessary in order to demand a suspect's name, address, and an explanation of their actions. Now, because the officers lacked reasonable suspicion that Mr. Moses had committed trespass or any other criminal offense, they had no lawful basis to detain him. And without a lawful detention, Mr. Moses was under no statutory or constitutional obligation to identify himself. Accordingly, Officer Bremer's threat to place Mr. Moses in handcuffs for refusing to provide identification was unsupported by Missouri trespass law and also inconsistent.
You don't know he just fucked up. He got to be a rookie. Got to be a rookie. Why can't boy, it made me want to go to...
with the constitutional limits that govern compelled identification.
You know what I would have liked to happen when you guys pulled up and they called you guys? Hey, where was he standing there? Was he on you guys' property? You should have... What I would have liked is, sir, when you pulled up and they told you what happened, hey, he was on the sidewalk, he has every right to record on the sidewalk. I wasn't even coming to the bank. I was coming to get the train.
There's officers that monitor the city cameras that saw you verbatim on their property.
That's a lie.
It's in the...
So you lied again now? Boy, y'all crazy. Yeah, but I can't say that because when I seen he was on the sidewalk. But, and I know because I know he was on the side. That's crazy. So you threatened to arrest him because he didn't show you. And then you popped over there trying to tow his cop. Boy.
It's in the call notes,
okay,
brother.
Do you want me to stop this video and show you?
No, I would like to get your information so I could issue the verbal warning and send you about your way.
I wasn't on their property. That's how trespass works. Trespass, if you're on the property, they tell you to leave. That's how it goes. They give you a chance to leave, and then you're trespass.
And they don't know that you have a selfie stick. Why would citizens that are probably unarmed come and approach you?
You say that one more time?
Why? Okay, so first off, you're videotaping, you're standing outside, you're being extremely suspicious. They can't tell that that's a selfie stick. Why would citizens that are
It was like this.
How are you going to ask me a question and then not let me finish?
I was like, Aaron came outside and talked to me. We had a good dialogue. That's
not what the lady on the phone said to put in the call about you.
I can show you the video. Y'all want to see the video?
No, I'd like to get your information so I can send you away.
So, why is he pushing an issue that don't need an issue where he can show you proof of what? What's it called? That's sort of like squat. Was it squatting? No, not squatting. No, where you oh, he's got a gun and he's about to shoot. When they do that old type.
For reasonable, articulable suspicion.
I just did. I gave you all the reasonable suspicion we would need as a law enforcement officer.
Let's just see what the supervisor say when you get here. This is wow. Okay,
well, I don't like your movement, so I'm going to...
What I'm doing?
You keep backing away from the car. You're being extremely...
What the? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. They started to tick me off. Oh my God. Because he said, let's just see where you're sergeant. Now he did not move. He did not. I don't like the way you're moving. Your back. You got to be kidding me. Boy.
Suspicious.
Why are y'all taking my camera? Y'all stop my video. I'm not going anywhere.
You try to stop it. Oh, wait.
You can keep your little stick thing on there.
Give us the word, man.
But you keep backing up towards the road, and I don't like that.
I'm not going anywhere.
And the fact that you're refusing to give us any sort of information, We're just gonna sit you on the curb, brother. And,
Reaching into your pocket.
Ain't nothing.
yeah, I don't like all the jazz.
Can I get my? Can I hold that, please?
No.
Okay.
Over here at the door.
Okay, I'll just put it on the
You
hood.
try to put it so it's phone case. That's crazy.
They said we can get the car towed out of here if we needed to.
Come on, what would you?
That's too much, bro.
What am I mean, cuz. Ain't nothing in my pocket. My portable charger, you pat me down. Come on,
Are you
pat
giving
me
me consent to
down.
search your person?
I have nothing on me. I have my
I'm
portable
asking you,
charger.
are you giving me consent to search your person?
No, sir, man.
Okay, then have a seat.
Can I stand?
No, you cannot. Have a seat.
Cross your ankles, partner.
This is.
For our policy, when we sit you down, you need to kick your legs out and cross them.
Oh my God.
So are you going to refuse another lawful order? Is that what I'm gathering?
First of all, you got me detained.
Yes,
What
correct.
crime? I want to pull up on the sidewalk.
At this point, hindering. At this point, hindering.
Detainment.
And I literally just said that I would like to let you
Hindering what? He tried to show you proof of it. Oh, way, boy.
go, and you just continue to keep going.
Have it on camera by chance, our mail that we have detained here on bank property at any point. Hi, Alan. This is Officer Cordova with the police department. Hi, I wanted to just we have your mail here at the gas station. He's detained in the handcuffs. I just wanted to get some details regarding what exactly happened.
I know you ain't calling them trying to see what the boy, these mother. You get. Is y'all say is this real? This can't be this, bruh. Sue the socks off, man, boy. Oh my God. Why can't I get, boy, I wish, boy, that's a dirty way to get, but that's, boy, it ain't even dirty because you know your job if you go play, boy.
In there. Okay, so he was on the grass and that's bank property.
He went like down our little sidewalk here on the side of our building and was recorded from that area too.
Okay, so the sidewalks are city property, but if he's in the grassed area, on where you're telling me that.
Don't try to coach her into lying because you lied. Don't you do that. Don't you try to coach her into lying because you lied. Y'all do it, y'all, the most. To the max. They, boy.
The grassed area there is property of the central bank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do appreciate it, ma'am. Hi, is this Helen?
Yes.
Sorry, it's Officer Cordova again. I just wanted to ask, ma'am, are you willing to sign a complaint for the lawful trespass?
Yeah, I'll sign it.
Okay, and you did tell him that he wasn't allowed.
You lie. She need to be fired. The first dude is kind of iffy with him, but both these officers need to be fired. Sue the sit. Man, I won't. Oh wait.
On the bank property,
I
correct?
told him it was against the law for him to be recording our bank.
Right.
Yeah, he even asked me what was my name while he was recording. When I was talking, when I was telling him he couldn't do that because it was against the law.
Okay. So then I won't issue him a charge for trespassing. I'll issue him a trespass warning. Okay, we'll get him identified. I'll issue him a trespass warning. I'll print out the warning for you and I'll bring it to you. Can I get your name and date of birth? I do appreciate it. Okay.
I thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Okay, sir. So, you were on the sidewalk during that point. I want to tell you that. But you were also in the grass area.
No, I wasn't. I got it on we got camera footage.
You were on
no,
the
I was never on the ground, sir. I know the law. This is what I do. I'm an independent journalist, sir.
She talks to you while you were in the grass
I
area.
wasn't in the grass. I'm on the sidewalk.
Which is their property. Which I understand.
Legit talks.
But I am going to issue you a trespass warning.
I was not on the grass,
It's not
sir.
a charge. It's just saying that you will not be trespassing.
Here we go. Here goes the guy that knows the law.
That's the captain, but he'll probably tell you the same thing.
Okay. And what's his name?
Captain Clark?
Captain Clark?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk?
If Captain Clark said the same thing, he's getting demoted. Boy, y'all can't out there, boy. I don't want to go to Missouri, Kansas, Missouri. Oh, gee. I don't even like the Chiefs.
Talked to him on the grass at his bank property.
Yeah, he was on their property in the grassed area, again, which is their property. I don't know the full conversation because she had it with Jet, but they asked him to leave. He's now refusing to give us his information and says that we're unlawfully detaining him. And wants a supervisor.
How you doing, Captain Clark?
Fine, how are you?
How you doing? I'm okay. My name.
The body camera audio briefly cuts out here, but Mr. Moses explains his version of events to Captain Clark. And unlike the other officers, the captain listens to Mr. Moses and makes a legitimate effort to actually understand the situation.
I walked over here.
Bank call.
Yes.
I walked over here. I got everything on camera too, sir. I can show you.
All right. Well, I tell you what. They call it so there's cameras everywhere in here. So you were. The easement right there is the sidewalk, but the grassy area actually belongs to the. Okay. Well, here's the thing. So does the bank want to do anything?
They can't trespass me. I was on the sidewalk. I was on the sidewalk. You can't trespass me from public property. Plain view doctrine.
Okay.
Can't trespass my eyes. Anything I see him.
What was your first name?
Moses. My name is call me Moses, sir.
So I don't have to. So you guys okay if I stand him up?
And
Moses, when you stand upside, why don't I have to?
And I have no ill intent. I have nothing on me. Like
here that way, we don't have to.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to look straight up.
Yes, sir. You guys supervise.
Respect to him. Because they wanted to sit him down and treat the little boy so he got to look up to him. Respect to him. Boy, that's crazy. Yeah, get over there.
We could have already sent you home, brother.
Your captain's gonna coach him.
Well, he's about to tell him the same thing he told you.
Okay.
We need to get him ID'd for a trespass warning for the bank. He was on the bank property in the grass. I talked to the calling party. Her name's Ellen. And she's still there. She works there. But she contacted him in the grass saying, hey, you can't record. He said, okay, that's fine. And he said, you can't tell me I can't record. And he said, you can't tell me I can't record. And so we'll catch you later. He stepped back onto the sidewalk. And so they want to issue him a trespass warning because it was the one time.
He didn't step in the grass. He stayed on the sidewalk the whole time. He made sure that because he told her to come there. Him because he couldn't. Oh.
And so they would like us to be able to issue him a trespass warning, but we need to get him identified.
So, was he ever warned not to be on the property beforehand?
Not before and at that time.
So we have no violation of law then, correct?
Just the warning.
So he didn't want to ID himself?
No.
I mean, he didn't break a law. He didn't have to ID himself.
Okay.
So it'd be one thing if he went back up on there after he was warned, but
okay.
I mean, you can tell him, sorry, he didn't break the law. We can't just ID people because they wanted to give trespass warnings.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Broadcasting it. I'm just asking because you're not broadcasting it on.
Okay. You disagree with that? Yes, you disagree, or yes?
Yeah, that was what the conversation we were about to have when.
Yeah. Unless we have a criminal problem with them.
No, I'm gonna head out there.
Okay.
Look at this. They taking cuffs off me.
Yeah, I told you were detained.
Illegal.
Now you're just being confrontational again, brother.
Another issue. All right. So another issue is his vehicle is not coming back on file through Kansas registration.
Okay.
So I talked to the property. It doesn't come back, and he didn't want to provide me the registration information for it.
That's our sergeant.
That's the sergeant. Hey, how you doing, Sergeant?
How you doing, man?
What's your name and your badge number, sir?
Sergeant Porter, 5382.
Yes, sir. Again, just to give you a little quick rough draft on what just took place here, man. I'm an independent journalist again. I'm just gathering content for a story right before work. seemed like you just was like just digging, just wanting to arrest me, man. I have no ill
against you, brother. We were told something.
Here's the deal. They got called. The reason why everyone went by, they're the ones who got called. The other ones did. So they were responding to a call. I get it.
Right.
You're right. You're on the sidewalk. You ain't breaking any law. So they claim you're on their property. Obviously, just so you know, you're not allowed on their property. If you're on
Yes,
their
sir.
property,
Yes, sir. I do this for a living. I'm an independent journalist. You know what I'm saying?
Well, independent journalist, no, you can't be on the private property.
I was never on the property, though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's fine. I mean, if they like they said they were.
It's okay.
You're allowed. You were there freely.
Yeah.
They warned you, don't go back. So now you've been warned, don't go back on their property.
I was never on it, but
Again, they were responding to a call. That's all they were doing.
just what kind of, I want to say kind of like just bother me is how you pronounce your name? What's your name and badge number? Cordova. And this is all just a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? I never knew how long you've been on the force, and sometimes you never come into a situation like this. But once I told you what took place, you was still pushing the issue. I said, hey, sir, you said they trying to trespass you. I'm like, I never was on their property. It's the plain view doctrine. Whatever I see in public, I can record. You can't trespass my eyes, man. That's all.
After a brief exchange with Mr. Moses, the officers left the scene without further incident. It is unclear whether Mr. Moses followed up with any complaint or legal action. Overall, Officer Bremer and Officer Cordova get an F.
I would have filed a complaint. I would have did, boy, just how they pushed everything, I would have pushed everything to the back just to show them. Yes, the learning, but you gonna have to pay for this learning. Cause if I can get, why you gonna hold me? Why? You need to go explain to them. Mind their business and do their job. Don't worry about what's going on the sidewalk. If it's nobody getting hurt, nobody gets shot, beat, nobody passed, mind your business.
For failing to conduct a legitimate investigation before detaining Mr. Moses, displaying fundamental misunderstandings about basic constitutional principles, and for maintaining a hostile and condescending attitude throughout the encounter. The body-worn camera footage shows that Officer Bremer and Officer Cordova initiated the encounter with Mr. Moses based solely on a complaint from bank employees without first confirming whether any criminal conduct had occurred. Instead of determining the precise location from which Mr. Moses had been filming, verifying property boundaries, or reviewing the video evidence that Mr. Moses repeatedly offered, both officers immediately defaulted to investigative detention procedures and simply assumed that a trespass violation had occurred. As mentioned in the episode, Mr. Moses never entered the bank's property, and he was never told that he was not allowed on the bank's property. The only instruction that was given to him was that he was not allowed to, quote-unquote, film the bank. The officer's failure to establish even the threshold factual predicate for trespassing demonstrates a lack of understanding of Missouri's trespass framework and also disregards the statutory requirement of notice as a prerequisite to an actual violation. Furthermore, the officers compounded these errors by demanding Mr. Moses' identification for the purpose of issuing a trespass warning, despite the absence of any tangible criminal violation, and then going on to threaten to arrest him for quote-unquote hindering if he continued to refuse. Not only did the officers clearly lack reasonable suspicion to demand Mr. Moses' ID, but neither Missouri's hindering statute or resisting statute would have applied to Mr. Moses' conduct. The officers' reliance on quote-unquote hindering and other meaningless misinterpretations of state law reflected a fundamental misunderstanding of Missouri's criminal code, and their use of these whimsical assertions in order to justify continued detention lacked any statutory basis. Officer Cordova's conduct also demonstrated extremely questionable discretionary decision-making, as he arbitrarily sought...
Yeah, that's another thing. He tried to go in there and talk to the store owner or the dude working at the store that don't know nothing about nothing to try to tow his car. Boy, if the tow truck would have pulled up, boy, man.
Permission from a private business owner to tow Mr. Moses' vehicle, despite having witnessed no criminal activity and without observing the vehicle in operation. This action was a blatant attempt to convert a non-criminal encounter into a punitive interaction, and further illustrated a failure to distinguish between legitimate legal authority and Officer Cordova's ego. This interaction highlights the consequences of conducting an investigation without confirming basic facts. Also, the constitutional risks created when officers rely on authority that they do not possess, and also the importance of ensuring that reasonable suspicion, not assumptions or third-party allegations, guide every stage of a police encounter. Now, Sergeant Porter and Captain Clark get an A+ for demonstrating a strong understanding of both Missouri law and constitutional precedent, immediately correcting the actions of their officers, and
Yeah, these two, they do props to them too, because, boy, you need to learn them something, because you need to learn them something before you teach them anything, for real, because boy, I tell you, I'm going to learn you something before I teach you anything now, because these rooks, boy.
and for treating Mr. Moses with dignity and respect throughout the encounter. When Sergeant Porter and Captain Clark arrived on scene, they were presented with an encounter that had already escalated beyond the boundaries that were permitted under Missouri law and the Fourth Amendment. As mentioned earlier, the initial officers detained Mr. Moses without verifying any of the elements that are necessary to establish reasonable suspicion of trespass or any other offense. Upon their arrival, both supervisors took immediate steps to gather accurate information. They took the time to listen to Mr. Moses' explanation, and they evaluated the situation quickly and accurately. Their willingness to listen to Mr. Moses' account and review the officer's statements allowed them to identify that the detention lacked factual support, and that Mr. Moses had remained in a location that the law recognizes as a public right-of-way. This corrective posture demonstrates a strong command of Missouri's trespass statute and the constitutional limitations that are governing police authority as a whole. Sergeant Porter's handling of the identification issue further reflected a clear understanding of the legal framework surrounding reasonable suspicion and Missouri's identification laws, and largely served as the primary catalyst for de-escalating this encounter and avoiding a costly lawsuit. Sergeant Porter and Captain Clark's intervention terminated an unlawful detention, it prevented further escalation, and it ensured that Mr. Moses' rights were respected moving forward. And it also demonstrates how supervisory presence can correct misapplications of law, guide less experienced officers, and prevent routine encounters from evolving into avoidable constitutional violations. This interaction highlights the essential role that informed and decisive supervisory intervention plays in maintaining constitutional policing, correcting field-level mistakes, and safeguarding the rights of citizens during police encounters. I commend Sergeant Porter and Captain Clark for defending Mr. Moses' constitutional rights and for upholding their oath to protect and serve the citizens of their city. Mr. Moses also gets an A+, because although it could be argued that he should have invoked his right to remain silent at some point during the encounter, he demonstrated an excellent understanding.
Because he was trying to explain, and if he would have just been silent and let them do what they do, and boy, you could have, like the sunshine, boy, you could have slipped, boy, still would have did, boy.
Of the constitutional principles at play, he remained calm and collected throughout the interaction, and he ultimately left the scene without surrendering his ID. Mr. Moses positioned himself well within the protections of the First Amendment by filming exclusively from public easement areas and avoiding any entry onto private property. And it is clear that he has a strong understanding of the legal nuance that is surrounding filming in public. Mr. Moses also displayed a clear understanding of the constitutional standards governing investigative detentions and compelled identification. While he did choose to engage with the officers rather than remain silent, he articulated his position calmly and consistently, and clearly explained that he was under no obligation to identify himself absent reasonable suspicion of a crime. Mr. Moses reiterated this principle without hostility. He avoided escalating the encounter through confrontational language, and he continued to make sure that he was willing to show the officers exactly where he stood during the filming. His restraint restraint, and clarity all ensured that the factual record was consistent and accurate, and that the officers' unsupported assumptions were challenged without provoking additional escalation. Despite being placed in handcuffs, threatened with arrest, and confronted with repeated assertions of authority that lacked legal foundation, Mr. Moses kept his composure and insisted that the officers respect his rights. He answered questions in a manner that provided context without waiving his rights, and he avoided statements that could have been misunderstood as admissions of wrongdoing. While it can always be argued that complete silence is the safest approach during police encounters, Mr. Moses' decision to engage constructively was tailored to dispel suspicion and clarify the circumstances of the incident. His conversational approach, though not advisable for every citizen, remained measured and purposeful, and it ultimately contributed to the supervisor's rapid realization that he had committed no crime. I commend Mr. Moses for demonstrating a thorough understanding of the constitutional principles governing public photography, compelled identification, and the limits of police authority, and also his ability to remain calm and collected at all times. So be sure to give your support to the Kansas City Accountability Channel. You can find a link in the description down below. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in exploring the legal nuance beyond the body cam.
Shut up.